back to the 2-Minute Warning. Today I'm going to be previewing the first NFC Least showdown between the New York Football Giants and the Washington Football Team. This is going to be an interesting matchup. Like I said, it's a division rivalry. Both these teams are 0-1. Both these teams have a chance at coming out on top in the NFC East, but that division is a complete wild card right now that I don't know if anyone projected after week 1 for everyone to be 0-1 except the Eagles. Again, it's only week 1. There's 17 more weeks to play, and we can see the standings change up just this very weekend. But looking at this game specifically, a lot is somewhat on the line for both these teams. I'm going to be getting in depth. But before we get on that topic, I got to hear from you guys, what is your score prediction for this game? You think it'll be a blowout, a shootout, one-score game, win by a kick, whatever it is? Comment down below and you'll kind of hear my answer throughout. And at the end, looking at the odds for this game, if you go to ESPN, Washington is favored 56.1% to the New York Football Giants, 43.5%, and then, of course, a 0.4% chance of a tie. Based on what these two teams did in their Week 1 showdowns, I'm being honest, I did not watch the Giants versus Broncos games, but I did watch every snap and every play of the Chargers for Washington. But looking at the Giants, from what I put together from highlights, from summaries, from the box score, Daniel Jones looks like he's Daniel Jones. 267 yards, 37 pass attempts is a pretty good amount for him. 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. I believe I heard he had a fumble. Saquon Barkley not looking like the top 5 back he's supposed to be. Receiving room got some play all around. Sterling Shepard 100 yards. Darius Slayton, Kenny Galladay each getting above 60. Evan Ingram did not show up in there. Kadarius Toney, kind of sad to see him have only 2 catches for -2 yards in his rookie debut. But again, I didn't really expect the Giants to win this game. They were playing a top 5 defense in the league, one of the best secondaries in the league. However, they're not going to catch a break against Washington. Washington's got a premier defense as well, and Taylor Heinicke, he was extremely efficient. You see, he was 11 for 15, 122 yards, 1 touchdown. I know he didn't have baller stats, but he was efficient. 11 for 15 is very, very good. He kept them in contention against Justin Herbert, an up-and-coming quarterback. Antonio Gibson took off 90 yards on the ground and 18 yards through the air. Pretty good back right there. Terry McLaurin, Logan Thomas, not their best days, but they still had some action. Looking at this matchup, if I had to break it down, I am leaning towards Washington given the factors. It's at home. Quarterback matchup, I'm personally taking Taylor Heinicke over Daniel Jones. He just seems much more electric, much more confidence, and just has much better pocket presence. Not saying he throw free of football, just his attitude and his aura in that locker room, in that field, in that huddle looks a lot more confident and competent than Daniel Jones with the New York Giants. Looking at the backfield, Antonio Gibson is up and coming, and I have not seen Saquon show that he's really the same, Squadzilla, whatever you want to call him, same top 5 Saquon Barkley, but I still got to give the edge to the backfield as for the New York Giants. Offensive line, I'm definitely going to go with the Washington Football Team. They are struggling there at the protection position for the Giants. Receiving room, I do think the Giants arguably have the deeper receiving room, especially if Curtis Samuel's still out. Kenny Galladay, Sterling Shepard, Darius Slayton, Kadarius Toney, Kyle Rudolph. I like Washington's Terry McLaurin, Logan Thomas, De'Ami Brown, but not knowing if Curtis Samuel's going to play, I think he will. I got to give the edge to the Giants on defense. Giants actually do have a good defense. James Bradbury's a top 10 corner. You got Adoree Jackson. You have Jabril Peppers. Leonard Williams, excuse me. Blake Martinez, Lorenzo Carter. They drafted Azeez Ojulari. They have talent on this defense, and it's a solid squad. But Washington having Chase Young, Montez Sweat, Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Jamin Davis, William Jackson, Kendall Fuller, Cameron Curl, Bobby McCain. All eyes, all sides, everything is leaning towards Washington being the favorite team and the better team in this match, in my opinion. Again, they're both 0-1, and they could both beat the crap out of each other. And there is somewhat on the line. Washington, I think in their last 5 games of the year are all division games. I want to say it's something like around the lines or around the world or around the schedule of roughly, I think it's Cowboys, Eagles, Giants, or something like that. It's 5 division games in the last 5 weeks, which is tough and can really shake up the standings, but still, why not take an early lead early on over the Giants if you're a Washington Football Team? And again, I think the Giants have a chance. Saquon's looking to make that comeback player of the year case. Why not start it in week 2? If Kenny Galladay wants to show he's worth the $20 million a year that he's getting from the Giants, why not show that in week 2? If Kadarius Toney wants to show he's one of the best rookie receivers in the draft, do that in week 2. Giants have a good chance. In the NFC East, I don't think any team you can pinpoint predict them to the nth degree. No one really thought the Eagles were going to blow out the Falcons. I think a lot of people thought, oh, it'll be a close game. I'll probably lean towards the Falcons, but if the Eagles win, I won't be surprised. But did anyone expect the Falcons to lose 32-6? Probably not. NFC East is unpredictable, so this game is somewhat unpredictable, but in a little bit that I can say I'm confident in, I do think Washington will squeeze by a win. They are much more competitive last week with the Chargers than the Broncos were against the Giants. Again, completely different situations, but still, I'm going with the home team on this one. I'm going with the better defense on this one. I'm going with the better protection on this one. And I'm going with the running back that looks like he's ready to go. Saquon might not return to his prime at this point until they get some fixed offensive line, until they get some right game plans. And I'm taking Ron Rivera over Joe Judge. No disrespect to Joe Judge. I like him, but just got to roll Rivera on this one. Like I said, the odds are leaning towards Washington. If you look at ESPN matchup, that sounds about right. According to Pick Center, whoever that is, I'm sure they got some odds. But Washington's favored by 3. That's the spread. If you're looking to make some money on this game, check out Thrive Fantasy. They already got some props out. I know you guys can't see all those. They'll start at the top. Daniel Jones over under 230 passing yards. Washington's got a good defense, but I think Daniel Jones might be able to squeak that out. 257 total yards. Probably wouldn't bet on that one. Sterling Shepard, 62 yards maybe. Antonio Gibson, though, last week he had 90 yards rushing and 18 yards through the air. So I'm thinking about the over on this fantasy pick, but still, we'll just have to see how it comes out. Terry McLaurin only had 62 yards last week. He might be looking for a rebound type of week, but when he's playing James Bradbury, how's he going to do? These are some fun picks, but if you're feeling confident about your team or about the players, you're not too worried about the matchup, but you just want to make some money on this game, check out Thrive Fantasy. Link will be in the bio. Link will be in the video. Use code 2MW if you want to double your first deposit up to $100. Even if not, there are some free contests. Check those out as well. But these are some picks for the Thursday night game. Overall, my prediction is Washington is going to squeak by them. They're going to finally have a win in the NFC East outside of the Philadelphia Eagles. If the Giants win again, I won't be shocked. I won't be surprised. But I do think Washington is a better team. They played better last week. They seem more ready. They seem more healthy. And they seem more confident and hungry than the Giants do. I just feel like the Giants feel defeated with Daniel Jones. And Washington, they look at Taylor Heinicke as if he might be just as good as Fitzpatrick, if not better. So therefore, I'm rolling with Washington due to all those factors. In a somewhat close win, it will be a division game. I'm going to say 28-21. I think it'll be just a clean touchdown game, no field goals, 28-21, one-score game in favor of the Washington football team. But like I said in the beginning of the video, comment down below what your score prediction is. You think it'll be close, one score, one kick, one touchdown, a blowout, a shootout, less than 10 points scored, whatever it is, comment down below. As always, and of course, guys, thank you for watching. 2-minute warning.